Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in here at the live stream here at the Fandango Gala or Fog Holler.
Do you have a way to turn down your output on this?
Yes.
It wasn't doing this on the testing course.
Yeah. No, that's always how it works. All right, how's that?
That's better.
Okay. Great.
It still might be peaking a little bit.
Okay. All right, how's that? Okay, cool. Great. Thought I was learning about a living, but I was learning how to die time after time and live with my spirit to learn to live. Time after time and live with my spirit to learn to live.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Brian Griffith. I'm with KRCB Radio 104.9, Sonoma County's NPR station, and we're here for the 14th annual Friends of the Petaluma River Fandango Gala. And we want to thank you all for joining us. This is the 14th annual of the Fandango. It's the second annual of the virtual Fandango. Last year we did it via Zoom, and I did my part from my kitchen table, but tonight I wore pants, so we can we have a nice group of folks here, some of the board members and some dignitaries. We're trying to raise money for the Friends of the Petaluma River, and we've got lots of great auction items that you'll be seeing throughout the evening, and we'll give you the address as to how you can log on and bid on these wonderful items. And we're going to go now to our congressperson, Jared Huffman, who's in Washington fighting the good fight.
Good evening, friends. I am Congressman Jared Huffman, checking in from Washington, D.C. to help the Friends of the Petaluma River welcome all of you to this year's virtual Fandango Gala. Now, obviously, we're all eager to get back together in person for the next Fandango. This is one of my very favorite community events. But tonight, we're going to have a very important virtual connection to thank Friends of the Petaluma River for its fabulous work. So I want to join all of you supporters and this community that Friends of the Petaluma River serves to express our thanks for stellar environmental education programs, for removing 5 tons of trash from the river every year through community-based cleanups, for promoting community water conservation and good water quality. I want to extend my personal congratulations to the honoree this evening, my friend Caryl Hart, who's been recognized tonight as the Petaluma Watershed Changemaker. I am a huge fan of this organization. That's no secret. And just know that you can always count on me to do my best to support Friends of the Petaluma River and all of you in the important work we do to protect the upper Petaluma River corridor, to preserve open space and sensitive habitat, and to provide recreation and education opportunities for the public. So have a wonderful evening with Fog Holler. Enjoy, everyone.
Hello, everybody. My name is Stephanie Bastianon. I'm the Executive Director at Friends of the Petaluma River, and I'm very excited to be here with you all, even though it's virtual, to spend an evening in celebration of the river.
We have some sponsors that we want to thank that we couldn't do it without them, including Maria out here at Outwest Garage. She's hosting us this evening.
Thank you, and Maria is not only hosting, but she's also one of our sponsors, so thank you doubly to Maria and Outwest Garage. We also have our premier sponsor, which is Clover Sonoma. Another hand for them. We couldn't. They've been one of our oldest supporters. We also have support from Rocky and Rosie Chicken tonight, Ohana Construction, Dobson Asset Management, and the Hanford Fund, and of course, don't want to forget Recology Sonoma Marin.
So we want to thank our sponsors. We want to thank our guests and board members for showing up and hanging out this evening and providing the applause, which we didn't have last year.
No.
Now, it's very easy. You want to text to make a bid on the auction. You text Fandango to 71760. We'll have all the information on the bottom of the screen for you to do. And we've got some great items up for bid this year.
Yes, and also by texting, you can also get to our Fund a Need, which we'll be talking a little bit about more later tonight. But we've got a really fun, exciting match that we're trying to match today. $2,500 came in. We do have to offer to give it back, so we really want to get that match in tonight. So if you can, every little bit helps. You can text Fandango to 71760. You can also go to our website, which is friendsofthepetalumariver.org. Friendsofthepetaluma.org.
Between the two of us, we'll get it right. And with this this grant that's been given to us, we're trying to raise the $2,500 before the end of this particular program. So for every dollar you donate, it's doubled up to $2,500.
Yes, which is really important for us tonight. We have been just doing a lot over this past 2020 year, but have also not been able to do a lot of our fundraising like Rivertown Revival or of course our in-person Fandango. So every little bit that you can donate tonight will help us keep our programs going, help us keep out there cleaning the river, and we just really appreciate anything you can do for us.
We're going to show you a little video of what Friends of the Petaluma River have been doing over the last year. So as you can see, the Friends have been very busy even through these COVID crazy times. I also wanted to thank Congressman Huffman because of a lot of the work that he did in Washington and working with the Army Corps of Engineers. We got the river dredged.
Yeah, and I'm sure most people have seen an increase in boating on our river since we've had that happen. So it's been great to get the river dredged. We have a lot of our local leaders, including Mayor Barrett, to thank for that as well, and just so excited to be getting out on the river again, seeing boats come up. We'll have our lighted boat parade later this year, and that should be a lot more fun. We also secured $200,000 for our dock fund, which will go to rebuilding a dock at Steamer Landing Park, which we really need in order to get people out on the water experiencing the river for themselves.
So once again, text Fandango to 71760. Find out more information or go to the website, friendsofthepetalumariver.org. We still
We'll
aren't
have it
getting
by
it.
the end of the night. We're going to say
Yes.
that really
And
well.
you can check out all the auction items there, or you can make a donation. And we have this grant, so we're trying to raise $2,500. So every dollar you donate, we get another dollar. So donate now. You can see the address on the bottom of the screen.
Yes, and as you saw from that video, what we've been doing this year, we actually took out over 18,000 pounds of trash from the river. 7,000 of those pounds were just this last Saturday. We did a cleanup in the upper river area, which we'll show you a little bit later, just this pristine area. But there was so much trash up there. So we had a great group of people get out there and take out, it was 3 dump trucks full of trash.
It's a fun family event. It really is. The whole family can come out. Well, I don't know how fun it is, but it's a good family event.
But you feel great afterwards.
Right.
You really do. And it's really the most basic way we could be giving back to our environment is just going out there and ridding it of pollution.
And a lot of kids in the school district here in Petaluma, they have to do community service. And it's a great way to do their community service by signing up for one of the river cleanup days.
Yes, we get a lot of students out there. In fact, this last fall cleanup, we had over 60 families from McNear Elementary come out and join us, as well as about 60 kids from Petaluma High School. So a lot of kids are getting out and giving back, and that's exactly what we want to see, that next generation becoming stewards of the river.
Absolutely. So once again, text Fandango to 71760 or go to the website friendsofthepetalumaRiver.org.
All right.
And you can check out all the auction items. We're going to have a little more music now from Fog Holler. Take it away, fellers.
Well, thank you, folks. We're going to do a couple environmental themed tunes. First one is one about the changing climate, and the next one is one about the beauty of Bodega Bay.
Well, way out west in the Golden State, there's a shining ember glowing, irreverent of the memories it's burned. My childhood scorched, my future's torched, and the coastal lands are rising. Who gets to live on the big old hill and watch the valley burn? How can I breathe here when smoke would choke the best of folks? How can I live here when there's people burning down? Who strikes a rich on the golden dream when there's no water in the stream? About a man I saw some years ago, first time that I ever went downtown. How well he run with fat as legs when the blaze is on its way. He can't use the valve to download the rain. How can I breathe here when smoke would choke the best of us? How can I live here when there's people burning down? Who strikes a rich on the golden dream when there's no water in the street? Sometimes seems a gamble. They fell the oak trees, let the pines burn. Hardwood homes have a debt to pay. Another hot home hits the market. Let's just hope it's here to stay. How can I breathe here when smoke would choke the best of us? How can I live here when there's people burning down? Who strikes a rich on the golden dream when there's no water in the street?
so much. This next one is written by our bassist, Noah. It's called The Genuine Guarantee. Aha!
Hey there, friend, you looking mighty tired. Are you feeling those world-weary blues? It's been a little while since we last caught up, so why don't you tell me the news? Tell me all your tales of heartbreak and lost faith, of blood, sweat, and dirty shoes. And pay no mind to the mask, my dear, and pray, please, please continue. I'm peachy keen, I'm fine and dandy. Never been better, I've never been worse. I've been up, I've been down, I've been lost, I've been found. I am so gosh darn confused. Please go on, it's not that important. Why don't you tell me the news? The stress and confrontations all make my poor heart bleed. How can I help? What can I do? How can I hide the pain in me? And pay no mind to the mask, my dear, or how could I pretend to be free? I'm peachy keen, I'm fine and dandy. Never been better, I've never been worse. I've been up, I've been down, I've been lost, I've been found. I am so gosh darn confused. Please go on. It's not that important, why don't you tell me the news? I'm sorry, my friend, my cup runneth o'er. I'm not doing as well as I'd seem. This old mortal coil has run me all over, and I haven't had a chance to breathe. Would you help me share this load? Would you be my steed? I don't think I can do this alone. Would you please, please, please help me? Not peachy keen, not fine and dandy. I'm doing badly. I've never been worse. I've been up, I've been down, I've been lost, I've been found. I am so gosh darn confused. I need a hand in this lonesome world, so let me tell you the news.
Well, thank you very much, Fog Holler. This is Mayor Teresa Barrett, and I'm here live, and I have to tell you, it is, even though it's virtual for many, it is a lot better than being home last year by myself, and assuming I was part of a bigger group. But it is, now I know I am today. So thank you for this wonderful music. We really appreciate it. And I'm here because last year I was the recipient of the Petaluma Watershed Changemaker Award. And that was something that was given to me, but really belongs to our entire city for getting our river dredged. And it also was shared with our congressman, who you just heard, Jared Huffman, who really did a lot of the heavy lifting. But as Stephanie mentioned earlier, we are already seeing the benefits of having the river dredged, that even though we aren't back to where we'd like to be as a community out and about, we have a lot of people have been able to come up and visit Petaluma on their boats. We had Santa last weekend arrive, and it was mobbed downtown. There were kids everywhere. It was really wonderful, and I really haven't seen so many little kids in Petaluma for a long time. So that was really terrific. And next weekend, after this coming weekend, we're going to have the lighted boat parade. So another event for people to see things happening in Petaluma and enjoy our fabulous river. And I think I like to make sure that the people in our community understand how important the Friends of the Petaluma River as a group is for us to get work done in this city and also keep the river as a priority. The Friends of the Petaluma River really does so much to educate the community, but it also brings together city leaders, regional leaders, and our congressmen as well to really educate us and really lobby with us about why it's important to protect all the tributaries that come in and make up the Petaluma River and the area around the river that becomes the wetlands and goes down into the San Francisco Bay. So I just want to say thank you for having received the award last year, and I'm going to hand this over to our pardon me, our board member emeritus from the board of the Friends of the Petaluma River, David Hansen, who is going to give the award to this year's recipient. And while he's going to be announcing who it's going to, I'm going to get the award and show it to everybody.
Thank you, Teresa. Yes, I was very proud also to be a board member when David Yearsley dragged me in after working for the Open Space District, where I was the first general manager back in the 90s. And Caryl, I know you're out there, but you and I have been friends and known each other for odd on 28 years now. Caryl was the member of our Open Space Advisory Committee in the 90s when we worked on beginning the work of the Open Space District, and she was a bundle of energy. Her focus came in to the point where we really felt that she was somebody who was working for public use and nurturing preservation of our lands in this county. So we went from 0 in those first few years to about 25,000 acres in those first 10 years. And I have to say, Caryl was a big part of that. I was proud to be appointed, like I say, to the Board of Friends of the Petaluma River, and I'm proud tonight as the first recipient of the Changemaker Award back in 2016. And I lay that on David Yearsley. David Yearsley was the founder of Friends of the Petaluma River, a wonderful man, and I enjoyed spending time fishing with him on the river and traveling and working with the board. But this is about Caryl. She is a dynamic, energetic advocate for open space, focused on preserving fee lands for public use and nature preservation. She was one of the most foresightful women when she was still on the advisory committee for the district, and she was a co-founder of Land Paths, a well-known and very popular other nonprofit, in 1996 when it started 25 years ago. I joined her on the board in 1999 after leaving the Open Space District. The focus of that organization today is land stewardship and environmental education. And of course, Caryl, a big advocate not only for acquisition, but for stewardship, preservation, and getting the public out on the land. She was appointed a member of the State Parks Commission, rising to chair for 7 years. She was a member of the Parks Forward Commission, which looked at state parks' future and where the direction of state parks was going. So she used her dynamic energy to do that as well. How does she do it? At the same time, she was helping her famous husband with his business, Mickey, and raising a young daughter, Rhea. In 2010, she was appointed Sonoma County Regional Parks Director. Again, another job in an organization working to create a world-class park system. She served for 7 years, and did a wonderful job. By 2017, she cast her energy to new endeavors, and over the past 4 years, she's been appointed to both the California Coastal Commission, been interim general manager of Sonoma County Ag Preservation and Open Space District, and focused on developing the Great Redwood Trail. This is a planned trail working with Mike McGuire, Senator McGuire, to run from San Francisco Bay all the way to Humboldt Bay along an old railroad grade. She is the Sonoma County representative on their advisory committee. All I can say again is, how does she do it? She will be a great supporter of preservation and interpretation of the Petaluma watershed. And I think with that in mind, we feel that she would be a perfect recipient for this year's award. Throughout her fabulous career, she has shown leadership, energy, and focus on the preservation, stewardship, and use of public lands and trails, and building cooperation between organizations and agencies to fund and develop the same and get a diversified public out to the land. She's very interested in that. A great idea person, riding her coattails is an experience to behold, and I can say that as a staff member under her. I have to tell you a story about Caryl, and this is the last of my words before I introduce Caryl. This happened back in the 90s. To me, it epitomizes Caryl in a big way. She and I had gone to a Land Trust Alliance conference in Savannah, Georgia, when we were working with the district. And there was a bike ride. We were with 30 people, and it was one of those recreational events they have at conferences. Well, Carol's quite an athlete. She was quite a tennis player, and she took off on her bike like a bat out of hell. We were headed out to the forts, the Civil War forts out on the coast out from Savannah. And it was quite a ride, but I was trying to keep up with her, and I was a pretty good runner at that time. But she kept pedaling so hard that she disappeared into the mist. Everybody behind us was lagging up behind. I was struggling just to keep up with her. Well, after about 10 minutes, I came upon Caryl, and she was sitting there with a group of friends, and she was organizing something else with them. And I thought, she's organized this entire thing. One, she's gotten involved in pedaling like crazy and enjoying herself, and yet at the same time, she's already got something else arranged. But that's Caryl. That's her energy. And I think of Caryl when I think of that incident, and will always remember that. So with this Changemaker Award, maybe we should name her the Grand Dame or Empress, or maybe Guardian Angels of our parks, our open spaces, and our trails. Teresa and I are privileged to give you this award, Caryl. And on behalf of the board of the Friends of Petaluma River, we're all having trouble with that, we present this Changemaker Award to you. It's a wonderful photograph by Scott Hess of Cloudy Bend, which you may have been involved in when we were at the district, when we preserved that property back in the 90s. So Caryl, it's up to you now. Congratulations. Here's your award. The floor is yours.
Everybody, thanks so much. Uh-oh, super echo. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. I just want to say that one of the frustrations of a virtual event like this is that I can't leap up and cut somebody off that's making comments because David, that was just so sweet, and I miss you a lot. We had such a great time working together in those early years of the Open Space District. Dave is just an incredible leader. And Teresa, it's so great to see you. I'm so grateful for everything you do for the city of Petaluma. So let's just talk about Friends of the Petaluma River. What an incredible, great and important organization with their dedicated staff, amazing, just many, many volunteers. It's so important to focus on the Petaluma River and its watershed because it was hidden like so many rivers for years and years. You know, I remember when I first met my husband, he lived in Petaluma out on Bodega Highway. And, you know, we moved to Occidental pretty soon thereafter, but the river was pretty much invisible at that time. And it's because of the Friends of the Petaluma River and all the efforts of the city that everyone knows about the river now. Everyone is focused on the river, and it's the center of the city. And that's thanks to you. Your programs are so great, especially those that bring kids into the watershed and teach them about the importance of the Petaluma River. It's great. So as far as my work in the last several years, David pretty much ran through it, but I focused on climate change and natural solutions to climate change for the last now maybe almost 20 years. And the reason for that is it's really easy to think about, or not easy, but a lot of people, when they think about, we need to do something about climate change, they think about, and rightfully so, we need to put solar panels on buildings, we need to expand electrification, we need to get vehicles off of fossil fuels and electrify them. And that is absolutely true. But I think for groups like Friends of the Petaluma River, for all of us that work in the natural resources field, we really need to focus on what is the role and what is the potential of natural resources to respond to climate change. How can management of our natural resources really make a difference? And that is so true of rivers. I know for all of you, river cleanups and education programs, but more importantly, or equally importantly, is allowing rivers to take their natural course so that rivers have an opportunity and a chance to respond to the incredible drought and flood cycles that we're going to see with climate change. And that work of restoring the Petaluma River, I saw in the earlier video, acquiring creeks that feed into the river. This is just such important work. And I know the Open Space District, Ag and Open Space, are very excited to work with you all and everyone down in Petaluma on those efforts. Of course, with regional parks, so much happened, and that's so much thank you to David, Andrea McKenzie, and now to Misty Arias, who have all been general managers of the district. We've seen the acquisition of Toll Lake Regional Park in the watershed. Of course, I was very lucky to be at the district at the time that we did the matching grant for $1 million for Petaluma River Park. We've expanded the regional park system down there, including Helen Putnam, Crane Creek, Taylor Mountain, which of course isn't in the watershed, but is just such an incredible resource for people in Petaluma, and just bringing attention to the Petaluma Basin and its watershed. But as everyone has been saying tonight, and is absolutely the case, we all have to turn to the impacts of climate change on both the river and its watershed. What are the biggest concerns? It's hard to think about sea level rise when you're inland and you're not sitting in a coastal area, but sea level rise is a huge issue for the watershed because of saltwater intrusion as the bay rises. So the acquisition and the partnerships that have allowed the baylands to expand, the incredible Wendy Elliott Trail at the Baylands, and all that work is so important for the Petaluma River and its watershed. And really, I'm excited about it continuing. But I think it's really important to think in your mind, what is important in addressing climate change? Healthy forests, the protection of biodiversity, of corridors for creatures to get from point A to point B. Biodiversity has been so impacted by climate change and all of the other things that us humans have done, and we really need to do everything we can now to protect creatures that have been able to survive, both plants and animals. I was really excited to see the Petaluma Watershed Collaborative, led by the Sonoma RCD, and the funding for that from the federal government. And my understanding is they're going to identify 10 key steps for the protection and restoration of the river and its watershed. So meanwhile, at the county Ag and Open Space, where I still am working with them on climate change initiatives, and the county has now established a group, a climate change group. So we're working together on an adaptation plan, a countywide adaptation plan to address what I've been talking about here, how natural systems can respond to climate change. And we would love to work with all of you on that, and I'm sure that we will be. And so the goal of that plan fits in perfectly with identifying the 10 most important projects that can occur in the Petaluma watershed, because we need to identify what our priorities are and link it up with, there's a lot of state funding for climate resilience that's going to be coming up in this next year that was just passed. There's federal money in the federal infrastructure bill, and hopefully in the bills that are being considered right now. So there's money available, and we need to get our projects identified so that we can all work together to improve and address the impacts of climate change on our watershed. So we're all on the same page. We're all working together in our own ways. But I just have to say, I'm so blown out by what you all are doing. It's just incredible. It's so inspiring. And I feel just such a sense of gratitude for all of you. And anything that I can do to help, I certainly will. The Petaluma River is an incredible, so important resource here in Sonoma County and beyond. So thank you so much for everything. And thank you so much for the totally undeserved but gratefully recognized award tonight. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you, Caryl, for all of your kind words, and we look forward to continuing partnerships with the Open Space District, the parks, the RCD, and all these groups that are working to advocate for the river.
Say hi to Mickey.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you can text Fandango to 71760 to make a donation or to bid on an auction item. We're going to talk about the auction items here in a second. And we also would like to encourage you to go to the website, friendsofthepetalumaRiver.org, and check out all the great programs that have been going on, and just make a donation, because we're still trying to reach that $2,500, and we don't want to have to give it back at the end of the show.
No,
No.
definitely not. So yeah, if you also, through that texting Fandango, you can also check out some of our great auction items. We're really trying to get people outside, exploring the watershed right now. It's a great time to, we've got some sunny days out here, and it's a great time to be on the river. So let's go through and show some of our auction items that we have. This is a really cute item from Jess Brown. They're dolls, so if you're crafty, or even if you're not crafty and you want to be crafty, this is a great package to get and make your own rag dolls. So take a look at that and make some bids.
That would be a great thing to do with your grandkids.
Oh my God, right,
Yeah.
yeah. And then the grandkids could have the doll or play with it when they come visit.
Exactly.
Yeah, these are amazing earrings from Rabinda Unsworth. She's been a great fan of ours and made these opal earrings specifically for Friends of the Petaluma River for this auction. So we've got several pairs that you can get, and a great Christmas present, because we all know people that would love to be sporting some of these earrings this winter. So get on the auction right now, text Fandango to 71760 and purchase these unique earrings from Rabinda Unsworth.
And by the way, if you're thinking about it, not quite ready to pull the trigger, the auction items will be online for 1 week. So
Yes.
From now until next Thursday, you have your opportunity to bid. But we would love for you to do it right now so we could meet that grant of $2,500.
Yeah, the earrings, you got another week to pick up those earrings. Here's another fun one. This is being offered by one of our board members, Babs Kavanaugh. It's an afternoon spent doing some indigo dyeing, and just a fabulous, this picture is one example, but you can do a lot of different things. It's going to include lunch, so get a group together and spend an afternoon, again, just, exploring your creative side.
Make your own jeans.
Yeah. It's coming back. And then from another one of our board members, a mushroom hunt. I'm hoping we're going to have a lot of great mushrooms because it's going to be a wet winter this winter. Just keep getting that rain in. But this is a great opportunity. Take about 8 to 10 people out and do some mushroom hunting. And again, great for the whole family. I mean, the kids love it. It's like looking for Easter eggs. And she's very knowledgeable about which ones you can take home and prepare. So you're in good hands, but a really fun day out exploring and looking for mushrooms.
Magic mushroom.
Yeah, probably won't find those.
No, not with the kids in tow.
Yeah, that's a different auction item. Again, another great art piece. This was donated by Rabinda Unsworth as well. And if you're looking, I know we've all been in our homes for a long time. We're wanting to spice things up, get some new decor in there. So this is a great, this Buddha artwork is a great thing to get and get that house.
It's gorgeous.
Put some new artwork in there.
It really is gorgeous. 71760, you want to text Fandango to 71760 to bid on these items.
And this item here, it's a stay at Camp Lotus, which is just an amazing place. I know families go back there year after year. One of our board members goes there with her family every year. And it's right on the American River, so you can spend time paddling. There's hiking trails, and there's campgrounds. This is actually for a stay in one of their cabins. And they are open to working with you to find a time that works for you. But just a great way to just get out and experience, a different river, obviously not the Petaluma River, but get out there and have fun, make some memories with your family.
Nice way to get out of Dodge for the weekend.
Yes,
Yeah.
oh, and a beautiful area, for sure. And then here's an item on our own Petaluma River. We'll take you out for a tour of the Petaluma Marsh. And if you haven't been out there, the Petaluma Marsh is it's the largest ancient tidal marsh in California. And you really get out there and you just, it's a whole different world. You really can't see any of the, the city, any roads. It's like you're kind of going back in time.
And the birds, so many birds out there.
Yes, a lot of wildlife. So come with us, we'll take you out through the slough. We know how to get you in there and get you back, so that's important. Won't get you lost out there, yeah. And then if you're not into paddling, but you still want to get out on the river, you can come out on our pontoon boat. This item is for 8 people, go out and do a sunset tour out on the river. And we pick you up in the marina, take you down river, serve wine and cheese, and just have a wonderful evening with friends and enjoying the river.
And watching the sunset.
Watching the sunset. There's no better place to watch it from the water.
Once again, Fandango, text Fandango to 71760 to bid on these items.
So this is another fun experience. Get up to Mendocino, either Fort Bragg or Willits, and take a ride on the skunk train. If you haven't had the opportunity to get up there, it is a great, fun thing to do. Bring the kids or just go with a friend. And you're out in the redwoods and just experiencing this old train that we really, don't get to experience that anymore. So it's a lot of fun.
It's a great tour through the redwoods. It's just gorgeous up there, yeah.
And there's a lot more items. That was just a few that we wanted to walk through, but text Fandango 71760. You can check out everything we have. There's some other experiences to get you out on the water. We also have a fabulous bioluminescence tour with Clavey Paddle Sports, which if you haven't done that, that is a bucket list
You go out
item.
on Tamales Bay?
Yeah, Tamales Bay, and obviously it's at night, so you can see the bioluminescence. But just one of those experiences that you have to.
It will change your life.
Yes.
Fandango to 71760. If you want to bring Babs up, I'm going to go get a microphone for her to use.
Great. Yeah, I'm going to invite some of our board members, Babs Kavanaugh and Callie Cole. So one of the things you can also do when you text Fandango to 71760 is make a donation to our Fund a Need. So these lovely ladies are here to talk about our Fund a Need. I'm going to hand it over to you, Babs.
Okay, great. Thank you, Stephanie. And it's just an honor to be here and really exciting to see all of the work that we've done, that we're doing, that's all been shown tonight through the videos and all of what we've been hearing, the awards. But Stephanie, come back, because I have a donation for you. So what's really wonderful about this donation is that it's $12.50. And the reason it is that my grandson, who is 7 years old, lives in Lotus, California, and he makes things. So I'm wearing one of his bracelets. He is always selling to us and has been since he was 5, I think. And so this year he said to both his grandpa and I, he said, you know, I really want to hear about Friends of the Petaluma River because I'd like to donate half of my profits to Friends of the Petaluma River. And we said, great. So we told him a little story about it, and he said, okay. So he went off into his bedroom and he came back with this bag. This is for Stephanie.
Oh.
And what I want to say about it that's really remarkable is that we've been really hearing about all of the really good work that's being done here, but these are our stewards. These are our kids. These are the people who care about the river. He's a kayaker, he's a swimmer, he lives on the river, and he's 7 years old. And he's now starting to donate already. So I'm really proud of him. And I'm also, you know, one of my passions is, of course, getting kids outside. I'm really involved with what we're doing in the schools. And I just think that this whole generation of stewards, that's what we're all about. So for the future.
And every little bit helps. Yes.
All right, I'm turning it over to Callie to tell you about other really exciting future projects.
Well, thank you, Babs. I'm here to talk to you about a project that is on the ground. It's exciting, it's cutting edge, and Petaluma, Friends of the Petaluma River is taking the lead on an Upper Petaluma River Parkway. So most people don't know where the Upper Petaluma River is, and we're going to show you a video that highlights the whole area, including ancient oaks and beautiful floodplains and all the things that our city needs for climate change. Many of you have seen it as you're driving down the freeway. You'll see Freedman's on one side and those open, beautiful fields on the other side. That is the Upper Petaluma River. I was walking up there with my dog the other day. These oaks are hundreds of years old. The river is incredible, and it's right here in our town. I know that our town has lots of soccer fields and little parks here and there that we all love and enjoy, but a real wilderness park exists in the core of our own town, and we are taking the lead as an organization to develop it into the most beautiful river parkway you can imagine. So I don't want to shortchange what you're going to see in the video. You're going to learn a lot about this area, but we really need your support. We're trying to get some conceptual designs. We have lots of government agencies very excited about a regional park, a city park, whatever it's going to be, but it's going to be beautiful and it's going to be wonderful, and we need your support. So please donate to the Fund a Need tonight and be an on-the-ground level of this incredible park that you will be able to walk through and know that it belongs to you because it belongs to Petaluma. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm standing here in one of the most beautiful and pristine riparian corridors in all of California, right here in our town of Petaluma. And it is something that we at Friends of Petaluma River have decided that we are going to protect, and we want you to help us. This riparian corridor is critical for many reasons, one being climate resilience. These ancient oak trees and all the other plants that surround this area are so important to the health of our planet. So our vision is this is a parkway. It's a river parkway that comes from, really connects with the river parkway that we have through downtown all the way up into the county. And we want you to be part of that vision and help us think through, brainstorm, be part of creating this incredible amenity and preserve this northern part of the river with us and with many other wonderful groups who care about and support the Petaluma River. We also have probably the most important thing, the opportunity for our community to access this beautiful area, this beautiful treasured part of our river with trails for hiking, cycling, and bird watching, all kinds of activities. And we want you to help us make this vision come true. I'm hoping that you will join us for a walk up here. Come and see this treasure for yourselves. Many people have worked on this for many years. Back in the 90s, we created the River Enhancement Plan for Petaluma, which is an incredible document that outlines the importance of our river and how we should protect and conserve it. It's time to take action on many of the things that are in that plan, including the protection and preservation of this northern reach of the Petaluma River. It's incredibly important that we protect this part of the river now. It's under threat from development on both sides, and the time is now to act. Our goal is to purchase enough property along the river on both sides that we can keep any development that happens further aside so that this riparian corridor is protected. This project is also supported by deep science, today's science, of our historical hydrology study. This is the next step from that study that was done by the SF Estuary Institute and others to protect this riparian corridor. It's ours for today, and we want it to be ours for the future. Most people in our community don't even know that this exists. We all love the river and we care so much about it. We want to preserve it. This is a treasure that needs to be made available to our public. We have an incredible opportunity by protecting this to reduce the opportunity for flooding in the lower parts of Petaluma. It's also a really important time for us to move to launch this project because there's actually funding for this very type of project. The state has committed billions of dollars to climate resilience resources, and we are going to be applying for grants come this spring. When we think about climate resilience, we know how important it is to protect the biodiversity of wild areas in our community, in our county, and this is one. There's an amazing amount of native plants, native trees, native wildlife. I hear some of them talking to me now. I don't know if you can hear it. And it's like a poster child study for a project of preservation. So I just also want to take a moment to just say how good it feels to be here right now. There's a breeze blowing, this incredible oak savanna next to this beautiful river and wetlands. I really want you, everyone viewing this, to be able to enjoy this as well for our health and our well-being as we navigate the future in Petaluma.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Remember, text Fandango, the word Fandango, to 71760. Go to the website, friendsofthepetalumaRiver.org. Find out more about these wonderful programs. They do such great. The Watershed classroom my kid went through when she was in second grade and learned a whole lot about the river. So once again, text Fandango to 71760. Go to the website, friendsofthepetalumaRiver.org, and give it up for Fog Holler.
walking under oak and Spanish moss, carving canyons into memory as the sun sets. Those happy moments I'd never known, nor the thrill of dreams waking up on me. I'd say those words and more if I could go back. Now you're gone, long moved on, but these memories remain and tease me out of sleep. Now I'm gone, long moved on, and I wish you feelings deep and oh sincere grew within my breast as I tried to pull you near. But your spirit was not for me to keep. Enchanted hours in your arms shaped me up for heartbreak as I was moving on. You said it's best if you don't change your plan. Now you're gone, long moved on, but these memories remain and tease me out of sleep. Now I'm gone, long moved on, and I wish you well. Nights I'd sit away, wondering how if you valued my time. Mind up well and fractured of another place and time. Silence greets my mind as the clock spins around its measly little world. Alone, but you find me again. Now you're gone, long moved on, but these memories remain and tease me out of sleep. Now I'm gone, long moved on, and I wish you
There's some old-timey music there, folks,
Yeah, that's great.
from some young kids. Glad to see it. Text Fandango 71760. We want to reach the $2,500 goal and get that dough.
Yeah, we're getting there. Thank you everybody who's donated so far tonight, but we're not quite there. So if you can, please take a minute and text Fandango to 71760. Go to the website. We also have Venmo cycling up there too, so if you want to use that route,
Or if you're like
however
my mom,
you want to do it.
If you're like my mom and just want to write a check, you can find out all the information on where to send it at the website, friendsofthepetalumariver.org.
We will accept the check, the Venmo, whatever makes sense
Bab's
for
grandson can do it, you can do it.
Yes.
That's right.
I got that $12.50 into the bank, so
And you can
we're on a roll.
donate to the specific funds, like the Upper River Fund or the Classroom Fund, whatever floats your boat, literally, on the Petaluma
Exactly.
River. 71760 is the phone number. Dial, text the word Fandango to 71760, or go to the website friendsofthepetalumaRiver.org. And I want to thank everyone, all the sponsors, all the board members that showed up tonight. Thank you very much. Mayor Barrett, I'd like to thank you as well for coming. And Maria, thanks for hosting us.
Yes. And I want to give a plug for one of our funded needs. It's helping us get scholarship funding for camp. So we have a wonderful nature camp, the Green Heron Nature Camp, that runs over the summer. And it's a week-long experience getting kids out in nature. And I cannot tell you how many times we've had kids just say this was the best week of their life, day of their life. So we want to give that to everybody. And I know people know, kids have been cut off from their schools, from their family, from their friends, and they really need that time out in nature to heal. And so if you can help get a kid to camp, it really makes a difference in these young kids' lives. And so please take a moment and do that texting, Fandango.
The holidays are coming up on us, and what better gift than to give something to someone else? And you can give a scholarship to a kid who can't afford to go to the camp and help the kid go to camp in the summer. Also, we're looking forward to seeing you at Rivertown Revival this summer as well. Yes, and we are already busy planning. We've got a lot of fun stuff, including a 2-day event. So we've missed 2 years. We really want to just come back and fill up that time that we missed. So we've got already great bands lining up and some really fun content. So mark your calendars. I think these guys will probably be there. July 23rd and 24th. Hopefully we'll have Fog Holler back for that. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So we want to thank you all for joining us tonight. Please donate. Type the word Fandango, text it to 71760, or go to the website friendsofthepetalumaRiver.org and make your donation now. Thank you so much for joining us. And while you're on the website tonight, sign up to be a member. Also, we take volunteers, so any way that you want to give back. But we want to see you out on the river. Hopefully next time we have this, it'll be in person. Yes. And we can actually see you in person. But we are having smaller events out at the barn, so hopefully we'll see you out on the river next time. Fandango, text it to 71760 or go to the website friendsofthepetalumaRiver.org, and thank you so much. Thanks for coming, you guys. Thank you. Once again, Fog Holler. Take us home, boys.
Thank you so much. I feel really lucky. I got to grow up here in Petaluma, and the river not only is this wonderful natural resource and something to be preserved, but something that is really inspiring creatively for me when I think about the natural landscapes here. It's a big part of my songwriting. And so that last song that we played, Spanish Moss, was written about the hills of Petaluma. And the river is a portal, a magical thing, so something to really care for and cherish. We've got 3 more songs for you. This next one is called Buffalo Funeral, about Noah's hometown of Buffalo, New York.
Thank you.
I don't need no family. My last one's gone bad. I don't need no mother, and I don't need no dad. I found me a family that loves me for me. I found true love. I've been set free. Born in a home without any love. More scars on my back than stars up above. I can't stand it here where there's blood on the floor. Where can I go? Where is the door? One stormy night, while the cold winds did blow, my folks called me in just to tell me to go. They threw me out to sleep in the rain. Said never come back, and they cursed my name. I don't need no family. My last one's gone bad. I don't need no mother, and I don't need no dad. I found me a family that loves me for me. I found true love. I found true love. I've been set free. I wept in a bed. I felt so alone. How could I live if I had no home? So I wiped up my tears and I laced up my shoes. Everything to gain and nothing to lose. I roamed all over, searching for kin. Learned that real family comes from within. It isn't your blood that keeps ties close. 'Cause sometimes your blood is who hurts you the most. I don't need no family. My last one's gone bad. I don't need no mother, and I don't need no dad. I found me a family that loves me for me. I found true love. I found true love, and I've been set free.
Thank you. Thanks, Dale. We got one more.
can be binded, one soul can be free, one's eyes can be blinded, but hearts still see. One's lives can be shattered, one's dreams be made, one's fire be burning while they're sitting in the shade. Forward into unknown, it feels like a dream. We're wanting for laughter, we're wanting to scream. From under the water, the spirit will rise, shade us with leaves to unveil our eyes. How soon the dawn breaks, how bright the light, how hot that fire that brings the sight, how big the blue, how long the day, how loud is the thunder when it's scaring us away. What must be the answer? What should be the way? Around what are we dancing? With whom do we pray? We'll answer our questions, but one thing remains. We'll all eat together, music will play.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.